Good morning. I'm ITK from ITK Solutions. Welcome to the Macro Monday update. We're going to be doing this on a weekly basis. First things first, government health warning. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, nor should you listen to anybody on the internet for your financial advice. Get a financial advisor if you want financial advice. So don't listen to people on the internet and take financial advice from them. Pretty simple. Right, let's get into it. Where am I? Gonna try and make this as short and sweet as I possibly can each week. Um, Total market cap 3.3 trillion. Total 2 1.1. So there's your kind of major statistics. The story, as always, Bitcoin dominant 62%. Who could have ever thought that this would happen? Um, it's an ongoing trend up and to the right since November 22. It's July 25. So just accept it for what it is. Alt season is not here yet. We're going to look for some signals for alt season. Not in this video, but I believe on Wednesday we're gonna go through some. So Bitcoin dominance 62.26%. Asset flows. So where's the money going? $2.2 billion of weekly flows into Bitcoin. And my hair is perfect. The only thing that is jumping out at me here, well, there's two things. First one is short Bitcoin, minus 2.9 million. Not happy about that. I'd like to see that increasing. In order to go higher, we must go lower. People are stopping shorting Bitcoin. That's worrisome for me. I want to see massive amount of shorts. I want to see them get liquidated, and that is how we push higher. Because every time a short gets liquidated, the exit of the position buys back to repay the Bitcoin that was borrowed. So I want to see short Bitcoin getting higher. XRP, I'll never be able to explain that one. So daily active users, layer ones and layer twos, we're bumping around between 18 and 22 at the moment. We're down around the 18 mark. And where is it happening? So this is all active users of the cryptocurrency market. This is where it's actually happening. It's happening on Binance, it's happening on Solana. I have Near Protocol taken out here because I cannot explain how the transactions are happening. When I am able to explain that, I will put them back in. Okay. Tron is all stablecoin activity, gambling activity. I get it. Base, it's just over a million. That seems to be their floor, the million users, daily active users. They're down around that at the moment. So we'll see, is there any change over the next number of weeks for Base, because they are taking all the Ethereum transactions that should be happening in the daily active users. They have been cannibalizing ETH, and it's faster, it's cheaper, it's the way of the jungle. Bridging flows by chain. So where, well, don't know where that happened. Where's the money going from and to on chain? It's coming out of Unichain. I've never heard of it. Never heard of Unichain, is it? Have you ever heard of Unichain? If you've heard of Unichain, let me know. I don't know what it is. Substantial amounts leaving Sol, Hyperliquid, uh, inflows into Avalanche. So when we go to money flows, we go back to, can we go back? It's the wrong way. My goodness. Can you tell it's my first show? Okay, let's go to flows. Avalanche aren't on the list. Okay, so fiat transactions inward from the traditional finance sector into crypto, it's not going into Avalanche. But when the funds are there, people are bridging it to Avalanche afterward. So that's important to note. 197 million in the last. Why is this the wrong way around? Is it the wrong way? It is the wrong way around. All right. Okay. That makes sense. So when we look at the 167 million, it's coming into Avalanche. That is bridged volume, not stablecoin flows inward. Okay. So just remember that. Say in number two, one of the ones I am closely watching at the moment. Tokenized asset volume. So uh, X stocks by, was it Kraken who did it? I think it's Kraken. X stocks by Kraken has created what I have always really wanted, which is traditional finance vehicles, stocks, shares, equities, whatever you want to call them, on chain in crypto. So when we think of crypto and TradFi kind of amalgamating, you look at the way Bitcoin has done it. Well, you don't look at the way Bitcoin has done it. You look at the way it has been done with Bitcoin, and it's been ETF flows. So we had a TradFi vehicle that essentially has commandeered the way funds buy Bitcoin. They can't buy the asset and hold it themselves, so they buy the best next best thing, and that's the ETF. So TradFi vehicle allowing liquidity in crypto. The way X stocks have done it is a they've actually taken the TradFi asset on chain and allowed interaction on chain without permission, which is fantastic. It's what I want to see. Launched on the Friday the 30th, and this is the data we're looking at here. It's so few data points that you can't really tell a trend with it at all, particularly for the week that was in it. Excuse me. Particularly for the week that was in it. You had 4th of July, markets, TradFi markets were closed. You'd imagine that there'd be an increase in volume because the markets were closed, but it was the American National Holiday of Independence. So congratulations, and I hope you all had a great time in America. But because of that holiday weekend, the volume tapered off. So we're starting to see over the last few days. Well, I mean, the 5th and the 6th then was Saturday, Sunday. So you're not going to have too much trading volume activity during the weekends. And it's starting to pick up already. It's at 1.5 million of trading volume 2 hours ago. So markets aren't open for another hour here. That's 3 hours before market open. Um, and I'm excited to see how this grows. This is going to be one of my favorite things to watch because it shows the availability and the capability. It's on Sol, so the capability of blockchains to carry out this type of activity. Going to be a massive use case going forward, I hope. Um, tokenized the tokenized assets volume by assets. So what are them people actually trading? I believe there's 55 different stocks available. Might have increased to 61 over the course of the last week. Generally, it's SPX or SPY, which is S&P 500, Nvidia, Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Circle. Okay, so the assets that are being traded are ones that crypto Twitter are generally interested in anyway. So I'd like to see it branch out. Don't really care if it does, provided the volume picks up. I think it will over the course of the next few weeks, and it'll start to become one of them things that just happens online. Why is this changing back and forth? Okay, the only true metric that matters for Bitcoin price at the moment, I think it was Raoul Pal who brought this to everybody's attention, but because everybody hates Raoul Pal, nobody wants to give him any credit for it. But if we go back to January 2024, we look at the M2 global supply, which is money supply, um, available money supply, and we overlay that with a 10-week lag on the Bitcoin price, you start to see a kind of a mirroring pattern occur. And it's disputed on whether it should be done over 10 weeks, 3 months, should it be 108 days or 112 days. The general gist here is enough for me. Bitcoin price is following M2 money supply. Okay, so the higher M2 money supply goes, the higher by implication Bitcoin goes. So hopefully that rings rings true, and we can see that over the course of the coming weeks. Because I mean, big beautiful bill passed just last week in the U.S. Senate, so hopefully money supply goes nuts. This one I wanted to draw your attention to because it's a value it's a historical under or overvaluation indicator for Bitcoin. Okay, this is how people like to use on-chain data to tell whether the market is undervalued or overvalued. And the MVRV score is the best way of doing it that I can find. Now, when you look at the chart, it starts to get a bit frothy when MVRV gets above 6. It's not the most reliable indicator in the world for timing tops. Okay, tops are difficult to time, but it will tell you when the market's getting frothy or overbought or overvalued. What it's really good for is historical lows, for telling when the market has bottomed out. If you look across the zero here, the zero on the chart goes to the lows of every market cycle. It's basically the perfect buying indicator. That's the end of that. So, hope you enjoyed, and see you Wednesday.